What's good, man? I appreciate y'all for tapping in, right? This won't be long. I just want to come on and give a shout out to my boy CEO Hockley, right? And the reason why I'm giving him a shout out is because the instructions that he can give out to a man, but not only can he give out instructions, he can give you a real blueprint on how to succeed and survive in society. That's if you want it. Understanding beats the world if you can overcome your ego and take some real instructions from a successful person, right? Sometimes an individual can be intimidated by man's success. Why? Because he or she is insecure of their own self, right? Years ago, I met CEO Hockley. Back then, he was Kryptonite. He was doing an 8-year bid, and we was on the Ferguson unit. He had an idea of what he was going to do after he was released from prison, right? This was the young Kryptonite. And if y'all knew him back then, y'all could see the transformation to where he is now. The name CEO came about once he was released from Texas Department of Criminal Justice, right? His mind was made up. And I always say the most dangerous man in the world is a man with a made up mind. And his mind was made up. He knew then that he didn't want to waste his time and give it to the system. So what did he do? He hit the ground running. He hit the ground running. Moving forward, 20 years later, he's still free. While many men have returned back to prison, he's still here, providing for the people that are surrounded or that are close to him, or people that are willing to take the instructions and the real blueprint. And the real blueprint. Months to years ago, I took to the screen of YouTube. I took to the screen of YouTube with the hopes that I could interview people that I did time with. Time allowed me to interview those people. And when that happened, it opened the door to so much more, right? Then came about Savage Drive. Savage Drive. Some laughed. Some said it's only a prison name. Who gonna wear them prison hats? Who gonna wear them prison shirts? But guess what I did? I stood fast because I understood nobody couldn't see the vision that I had. Nobody could see the vision that I had. Why? Because Savage Drive is the name that a prison was on. And I resided in that prison for quite some time. So, of course, this is what they thought it was about prison. But for me, it was about freedom. It was about turning that negative into a positive. You know why? Because I knew it could happen. And I understood that the savage in a person is just how you go about taking care of your business. But it's the drive that gets you to the next level. 25 years I had a drive to get free and to never go back. And the only way I could never go back is surround myself with people of value. People that have came from where I came from, but however, came to the flatland and became successful. We always hear success stories, but they be far-fetched. You never know these people. In other words, like the great Nipsey Hussle say, you can look a gift horse into his eye, and you can't even see him. Well, years ago, me and CEO HOCKLEY hooked back up. We hooked back up. He was successful from a mental standpoint before he got out of prison, and he was successful in his everyday life in the world. And the instructions was clear, man. Hey, Wood, if you ever want to get off a clock, take this blueprint, homie. It's not going to come overnight. You have to put the work in. But this is what we're going to do. And Savage Drive was born. Savage Drive was born. Once again, the idea, people laughed at it because they couldn't see the vision. But I could, he could see it. But once again, building Savage Drive required work. And I worked 25 years for free. So I knew I wasn't going to quit in the middle of the race. I understand that life is a real Kentucky Derby. It's Kentucky Derby and it's fast. So sometime in life you have to learn things on the fly, man. But like I said, shout out to CEO HOCKLEY, man, for providing a real blueprint for a 25-year incarcerated person like me, a convicted felon, can move from one level to the next. And y'all already know, man, I always like to show the proof because the proof is in the pudding. So take a look at this, man, and just know whatever your vision is, it can happen for you with the right instructions and with the right blueprint. Take a look at this. This is Savage Drive LLC, man. Transportation business. It was established April the 15th, 2024. It all started out as a dream, but now it's a reality, man. As I sit here today, I am my own boss, make my own hours. So it can happen if you put the work in with the right instructions and with the right blueprint, man. Trust me, it can happen, man. Right instructions, right blueprint. And for those that's watching, this ain't no cap, man. This ain't no cap. This is blueprint at its finest, man. But only you can do it, and the understanding that it has to be work put in. Let's get to this. Savage Drive Clothing Wear is nationwide now. This is Savage Drive Clothing Wear. You can find it anywhere. As you can see, this is on Google. It's nationwide. It's nationwide. This is the brand that people laughed at and said it was prison clothes. But you can find it anywhere on Google now. It's in its own algorithm. That's just a small glimpse of the instructions in the blueprint that I got from a successful person that I know personally. I know personally. Today, man, society, man, anything is possible, man, if you put the work in, man. Take it from me, a convicted fella, man, 25 years flat. 25 years flat. And I'm here today to tell you that anything you do in life is impossible. Guess what? I went from punching the clock to being my own boss. And guess who pay me now? I pay me. I pay me. Nobody pays me. I pay me. Shout out CEO Hockley, man, for giving me the real instructions on how to succeed on the flatland, man. It's been 11 years now. I haven't seen the inside of a jail, man. Real concrete blueprint come from the people that get up and do it every day, man. Shout out CEO Hockley, man.